While some of you are basking in double-digit temperatures, others are still digging out of unseasonable snowfall. Vancouver. Either way, we are now getting to the end of our meteorological winter, which runs from December through January and to the end of February. So a good time to check in on what the spring forecast holds, especially after such a wild winter across the country. Part of the reason why it's so wild and, spoiler alert, why the forecast for the spring is so tricky is because we're dealing with fluctuating large-scale patterns. We're actually coming out of a La Nina event. This is where sea surface temperatures are cooler than normal in the equatorial Pacific, and that generally means cooler than normal weather in Western Canada, contributing to snowier forecasts in the Great Lakes. We didn't see that on the East Coast. We did see it up towards Atlantic Canada. We certainly saw the cold weather on the west. What's interesting, though, is we're coming out of a La Nina and heading right back into the flip side, an El Nino, where we've got warmer than normal sea surface temperatures in the equatorial Pacific. That generally means warmer and drier across much of the country. And ocean temperatures have really been contributing to the weather we've seen already. Cooler than normal ocean waters off the west coast has helped to keep our temperatures cold and that Arctic air locked in place. It has been an incredibly warm Arctic, which has led to warmer temperatures across the Great Lakes. So taking you through the next couple of months, what you've seen is generally what we'll get. Looks like we'll stick with the cold weather for another few months across the west. The prairies, this is often where you really see those temperature swings. Heightened risk for higher than normal flooding during the spring flood season across Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Warmer than normal conditions across the Great Lakes, and it will be a few more snowstorms before some good warm-ups on the East Coast. So that being said, spring is a transitional season for all of Canada. We do see those seaside temperatures, so it is a stay tuned forecast, but I'll let you know when we get a handle on the next El Nino. And now, you're Science Smart. If you have a science question on your mind, send me a tweet and I'll try to get an answer.